On a farm near Kroonstad in the Free State, a man lies dead. His body buried in an unmarked grave, slowly decomposing, only to be discovered weeks later. The accused in this case, a local doctor and farmer who is well respected. The motive, a dispute over unpaid wages. And what makes this case even darker is that this is not the first time that the accused has allegedly admitted to killing before. Tonight, we unravel the chilling story, a farmer and a doctor who now stands at the center of one of South Africa's most shocking farm murder cases.
Doctor's grandson allegedly shot and killed a man and buried him in an unmarked shallow grave on the doctor's farm. EFF members have demonstrated outside the surgery calling for justice, but he say they discovered the decomposed body of the unknown man on the 20th of August 2025 on a farm next to the road between Kroonstad and Welkom. A case of murder and defeating the ends of justice has been opened.
Now, before we get into this is not about race. This is about what occurred, what allegedly occurred. Now, I ask you that before we go into this, just because this man is a farmer doesn't mean that you automatically have to stand by him because he represents your cultural group. You get good farmers, you get bad farmers, you get good doctors, you get bad doctors. At the end of the day, before you comment, ask yourself, what happened here? Was it self-defense? And could this have been mitigated if he had immediately called the police instead of allegedly burying the body? Now, thank you for listening to that, and I hope that we can all be respectful in the comments below. So it began in a winter evening in July 2025, and on this farm, 5 workers allegedly approached their employer with a simple demand: their salaries. But instead of negotiation, the confrontation spiraled into violence. According to witnesses that have come forward, the farm owner's grandson, who has been arrested, he's a 16-year-old child, he allegedly opened fire. One man, reportedly from Lesotho, was fatally shot and killed, and the others fled in terror. But the story doesn't just end there. What followed would haunt the community. The surviving workers say that they were allegedly forced to dig a grave on the property. The man's body was lowered into the ground. No police were called. No funeral was held. The man's family from Lesotho didn't even know that he had died. And what followed was silence. Just silence and a secret burial that had allegedly occurred on a Free State farm.
But please take us back before we go to this chaos right now. Take us back. How did you get to know about this incident? Just give us a chain of events, if you may.
No, thank you very much. What happened is that one of the farm workers approached our provincial office and spoke to our provincial secretary, where they reported that one of their colleagues went missing on the 11th of July. And then 2 days after that, a case of missing person was opened. And then this person, since then, they didn't know what happened. But then a story came up now that actually the person was killed and buried in the farm of Dr. Trotsky. And then the matter was reported to the police by the provincial secretary of the EFF, together with this the witness that was there when the body was buried. We were then informed that the police went to exhume the body on the 25th of August.
Okay, that's a lot to process. But if you remember any time frames, from what I've picked up, you're saying the person who's deceased went missing in July, and the body was exhumed in August. That's almost a month period, and we're here today dealing. We are being, called by law enforcement to assist, without getting into details in terms of what kind of assistance. But just clarify the time frame according to the gentleman from your party who assisted and what you understand.
Now, look, I think we must also put on record that we felt a bit aggrieved that after a period, like you have correctly said, it's over a month that the perpetrator has not been arrested, and the accomplice, which is now the doctor, has not been charged or anything. Instead, we have seen that the police have been dragging their feet on this matter. So, but we were a bit happy yesterday after the demonstrations that were led by the EFF. We were then told that the case is now handed over to the Hawks for a further investigation, because now the case has been prioritized as a priority case.
Yeah, just to clarify, so that you don't implicate people who might not be implicated. Yes. You saying that your source of information is someone who is a eyewitness, who was present at the time. Give us more details about how linked is the individual that who gave you information. How credible is his version of the story?
No, it's very credible because, like we have correctly said, that he is a farm worker. He's a worker. He's one of the employees that were fighting for their wages at the time. And from what we are told, he is one of the people that were asked by the very same doctor and the grandson to bury the deceased.
Okay. Have you managed maybe to pick up or identify the families? Are they even aware that this has happened? Any information regarding the family of the deceased so far?
No, we have been working on that. We even spoke to some of these employees, which we have some of them, but we, with no luck, were unable to trace the family of the deceased, because it's alleged that the deceased is a foreign international individual who is from Lesotho. So we're battling with tracing the family of the deceased.
Okay, Mr. Makingwana, thank you very much, sir, for your time. We'll catch up with you later once you engage with the authorities.
Thank you.
For weeks, the victim's family, they didn't hear anything, and colleagues waited, yet nothing happened, and there was no justice. Now, it wasn't until the 20th of August 2025, over a month later, that the truth surfaced. And according to reports, one brave worker approached the local EFF provincial office, reporting his missing colleague and revealing the existence of this secret grave. 2 days later, a missing persons case was formally opened, and on the 25th of August 2025, police exhumed the badly decomposed body of a Lesotho native. Now, this discovery, I can only imagine, was grim. If anyone has smelled decomposition, you know that it is a smell that you will recognize immediately. And I can only imagine that these workers and the police, they were greeted with the smell of death and the soil freshly disturbed weeks earlier, and the undeniable truth. Someone had been killed and they had been hidden. Yet, despite this evidence, no arrests followed. Now, we know that in the case, the accused would say that he acted in self-defense, and I know people who have been involved in farm attacks. I know of a family, I will not mention them, and what occurred is that the farmer shot and killed one of the perpetrators, and after that, they called the police, and the police arrived and they used their resources. A helicopter was involved to track down the remaining perpetrators, who were arrested and prosecuted and jailed. And the farmer in that case, even though he shot and killed his attacker, he did not face any charges. And I think that it is an undeniable fact that we live in South Africa. We recognize the rule of law of this country. And when you recognize the rule of law, if you kill someone in self-defense, the proper procedure is to call the police, to get the police there and to hand over the case into the hands of the law, not to bury the person yourself on your farm. I think that we can all agree on that. Now, this case might have stayed buried if not for a tense confrontation that was caught on video, and I will insert the video here. So journalists arrived at the farm as well as the doctor's office, and they were pressing the owner, right, for answers, and what he said stunned everyone. And I'm just going to let him speak for himself.
How are you feeling about the whole incident?
I'm down about the incident as with get out of my farm. Get out of
Sorry, I'm out at your farm now.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're still inside.
Okay, how do you feel now?
I feel very bad because this is the second farm attack on me. Not on me, on my place. The first one shot me from outside my house. He missed 4 meters. His angle was too bad. I came out with a shotgun and I killed him. I will kill somebody in 4 inches.
So you've killed someone before.
me.
You've killed someone before.
What?
You said you killed the first one. So have you killed someone before? You're saying you killed the first one.
I said I was attacked
Yeah.
before. Somebody shoot at me and he missed.
And when was it?
And how did you respond to it? To that first attack? How did you respond to the first? How did you defend yourself?
If I'm a farmer and you attack me in my house, I kill you.
You killed someone.
Have you done that before?
Have you killed before?
You're in my farm.
Okay.
Have you violent?
You're saying you have killed before. Can you confirm when did you do that? When were you attacked?
The first farm attack,
When was it?
about 10 years ago.
Did you report the case to the police?
Yes, the police was there. Everybody was there.
Okay. So talk to us now about your
They found the person with the gun in his hand. The bullet turned skew. He couldn't fire the next shot. And I don't...
Did you get arrested for that? Did you get arrested for the first shooting that you did?
Now, we know that the Trotskys were involved in a previous farm attack. It occurred 10 years earlier, during which Trotsky describes the farm attack a certain way. I've gone and I've read the article that was published on this, and that article, for me, is a little bit different from the way that the accused in this case described it. So, in the article that I read, the accused in this case, Dr. Trotsky, he arrived home and he was 71 at the time, and his wife was in bed. She was bedridden. She was recovering from a stroke, and he arrived home and then he smelt burning. His dogs had also been poisoned, which is absolutely horrific, and he had smelt burning, and when he went into the house, he was allegedly accosted by these farm attackers who hit him with a steel pipe. And after that, he was taken into a room where they were using a grinder to get into the safe. That was obviously the smell of the burning, and they had told the wife that they would cut her with the grinder if they didn't tell her where the safe was. Now, this was the farm attack that I read about. I'll link the article below so that you can also go and read about it. And this is different from what Dr. Trotsky describes. He basically said that he had shot someone and killed someone before with his shotgun. I'll leave it in here for you to listen to yourself. And basically what he says is that I'm a farmer, you attack my house, and I will kill you.
Okay, so did you ask your workers to bury the person, the farm worker?
No.
Or you did it yourself?
I won't answer any questions anymore.
But how do you
My
feel?
farm...
How do you feel about the whole incident?
Very bad, because this is not the first farm attack I had. I had a previous farm attack. They shot me from 4 yards from outside my house.
In your video, you said you killed and buried someone. It's recorded on a video on social media. Did you do that, or are you changing your story? You are saying on a social media video, it's you. You are saying that your grandson shot someone and you buried him.
But did
Are you changing your statement?
Out of my premises.
But
We are outside your premises.
You are
We are
entering my
outside your
premises.
premises. We are outside your premises.
That's an assault.
Your hand is in my...
That's
It's
assault.
not.
Take it out of my premises.
For the second time,
You just
assaulted
threatened. You just threatened an innocent person to kill
I
someone.
didn't assault you. You're a bloody liar.
Now, I want to get one thing straight. I do believe in self-defense. In fact, I am a proponent of self-defense in South Africa. And someone killing someone else in self-defense is not something that I personally have a problem with. What I have a problem with is, for example, someone killing someone allegedly in self-defense and then burying the body. That is something which I have a problem with. And it does seem to go in a certain way. It does make the person, in my opinion, look suspicious. Now, what was even more that has shocked viewers is not only that this doctor admitted this freely on camera, he admitted that he had buried the body and that he feels bad about it because he didn't want the jackals to get to it.
It's alleged that the deceased was fatally shot and buried secretly in an unmarked grave on 11 July 2025. The EFF says the body was found by police upon confession of a farm worker who participated in the digging and burying of the corpse. During the demonstrations at the medical practice, the doctor, who is said to be the grandfather of the suspect, came out.
Saw these 6 people and then he shot at them and then he killed one of them. What happened to the body? What happened to you? To the body of the dead man. The body of the dead man? Yes. The body of the dead man? Yes, I know. I did the wrong thing. I should have called the police.
No, I thought you admit to bury the dead man.
So you admit it?
So that if I didn't bury him immediately, the jackal would have eaten him. But I should have called the police.
This incident, do you know what happened?
How do you feel about the fact that a person attacked 5 cable thieves, attacked my son? I'm feeling very bad about it.
How do you feel about your grandson allegedly shooting and killing someone? How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about the farm attack on my son?
No, we're talking
and
about...
it was a mistaken farm attack because his rifle was standing against the... He didn't have his rifle in his hand.
How? What are you doing? Why are you taking our mic now?
Why are you taking the mics?
Huh? Why are you taking our mic? Why are you taking our mic? It's not in your face. Give me this. All right, Michelle, that's the gentleman who we've seen. Very violent person, actually almost bumped into us as we were standing outside his farm. He's outside here right now, not responding to us. I'm outside your promise. I'm outside your premises. I'm asking you, why did you not open the case? Why did you not open the case?
A case will be open.
To when? Are you going to open the case today?
Yeah. What about, do you agree that a farm attack is allowed?
No, I don't agree, but I'm saying, did you open the case when those people attacked you? Let's start there.
I'm not talking to you, I'm asking you a question.
What's your question?
The person, what happened to the other 5 that ran away?
Okay, Schwab, let's talk about the one who died. How did he die?
He was part of 5 people in a farm, and a plaasaanval wat misluk het.
Okay.
If you don't understand Afrikaans, you can go.
Okay, so after that happened, what steps did you take to report the matter?
That's not for me to answer now.
Okay, but where's your grandson now? Where's your grandson?
See that when I come back?
Where's your grandson, sir?
I'm going to shoot us when you come back.
Okay, so...
attacking you, that is still a human being. And it just, for me, the minimization of life, when you say, hey, you know, I didn't want the jackals to get it, that's why I buried it. That for me is just something that is astounding. And at one point, you can see in the video, he grows aggressive, he threatens journalists, and he demands that they leave his property. And there is also allegations that have come to life that he even fired a shot at a female farm employee during a confrontation about allegedly over wages again. And the bullet missed her, but police have allegedly now opened a attempted murder case on those charges. So we have a whole lot of unanswered questions. And there are many contradictions in the doctor's statements, like why wasn't the killing reported immediately? Why was the body buried secretly instead of handed over to authorities? And if it was truly self-defense, then why did he force the workers to dig the grave? When asked directly whether he ordered the burial, Trotsky replied no. But he also admitted, I'll insert the clip, to owning many guns. When pressed about whether they were licensed, he refused to answer.
No, I'm not.
Are you a licensed gun owner?
What's it?
Are you a licensed gun owner?
I'm a what?
Are you a licensed gun owner? Do you have a gun and do you have a license for it?
I'm not going to answer that. I've got many guns. Yeah, good. And you better see, I'm coming out now again.
Why did you not open a case? When the incident happened, why did you not report the matter to the police?
I'll see you in court.
Deafening, And over a month, there was still no arrests until recently, until this went viral on my TikTok after I covered this on my TikTok. And the EFF has taken up the matter. And guys, I don't want you to come at the comments at me and call me. I've been called all sorts of things on TikTok. I've been called a race traitor. If you know anything about me, you know that I cover stories that are not well known. And like I said, you can have good farmers, you can have bad farmers, you can have good doctors, you can have bad doctors. At the end of the day, someone lost their life and they were treated almost as though they were an animal, right? They were buried in a shallow grave just so that the jackals couldn't get them. And I think we need to focus on that. So please be respectful in the comment section. That's all I ask. Now, the local community is divided because some view the doctor as a man who is defending his land, who is defending his right. And we know that there are farm attacks that occur in South Africa, and we know that farmers are targeted. Use of violence, in my own personal opinion, is not justified, because even if the worker was the aggressor, right? I have questions like, did he have a weapon on him? Did he have a gun on him? And if not, right, what was he doing that was aggressive? And another question I have is that the main question is like, why didn't he just phone the police? And other people in the country, they see Trotsky as a murderer who is hiding behind excuses. So comment below what you think, but please, let's remember to keep it respectful. We are trying as South Africans to have an open discussion about this. And the victim's family, they still haven't managed to trace them. And this is just something that is simply awful, because maybe somewhere in Lesotho, the victim's family is thinking that he is still alive. Maybe the money stopped coming and they don't know what happened to him.
That was a mouthful, Michelle. Just from what we've picked up from this very violent conversation, the gentleman is saying that he was attacked before. He's reporting that there were several attacks before, and in response to that first attack, he shot someone. And he did say that that person who was shot at the time, police did come out. There was a whole police presence in this farm, and I'm not sure then how far that case went, whether it was reported or not. And what is very surprising now is the gentleman is saying that he is going to open a case. I'm not sure whether he's going to do that voluntarily or he has been approached by law enforcement agencies. But I do understand that the matter now is with law enforcement agencies. They've reached out to the activists who are actually...
Now, we know that the doctor has been arrested. He appeared in court on the 3rd of September 2025, along with his 16-year-old grandson. He was also arrested. And this case shines a light on volatile intersection of farm violence, labor disputes, and racial tensions in South Africa. Farm attacks are often framed as one-sided stories of farmers as victims, but in this case, the roles are blurred. We have a powerful landlord, we have a foreign worker who is demanding wages, and a system where justice seems delayed. And on the road between Kroonstad and Welkom, a grave has been dug, and with it, the trust of the workers and the farmers lies buried too. But was this self-defense or murder disguised as survival? We will see what happens. I'll be following this case, so give me a like, subscribe to my channel. And like I said, the truth remains murky as the soil where this body was once hidden. Now, what do you think? Was it desperate act of defense or cold-blooded murder? Let us know in the comments below.